Yo, what up, what up? This is your favorite DJ Cali Pride, live from Mother Nature. As you can hear all the birds all around me singing, that means it's gonna be a great day. The sun is rising up. That means it's gonna be okay. And I'm happy to bring to you that new episode from the Get to Know Show. And as usual, we are not AI. We are an I. We are naturally intelligent, and we are guided by God's algorithms, because this is the best way for us to survive through this madness. Talk about madness. We found one these early weeks. Last week. We have Drake, who put out 3 albums. And I never thought about, talking about Drake on my episodes, because I always say that there is nothing, very good to say about this man. But as I look at it, deeply, I just realize a lot of things that I always talk about on this channel. And I just want to share my thoughts about him. So one of the things that I saw is that in everyone's life, we need change. Just like Tupac said, change is good for any of us. And in life, there is different steps that you're taking. Like every 10 years, your life is changing. When you were a baby boy, you reach 10, the age of 10, you change your way of behaving. When you reach, after 10 years, you become 20, you change your way of behaving. And then when you reach 30, you change it. Every 10 years, we change our ways of doing things. This is life. We must change. And the problem with Drake is that he always wanna stay a boy, while his biggest opponent, Kendrick Lamar, decided to grow. We can see it. Kendrick Lamar, from his Mr. Morale album, he decided to change the whole thing. He decided to do some kind of therapy. And it's not that kind of therapy when you go to see someone and you pay him big amount of money, and you only thing that he's doing is just listen to you. He's doing his own therapy, fighting the boy that was inside of him in order to grow, to become someone new. Just like a snake who just shed his skin. Kendrick was doing the same thing. And we saw that new Kendrick throughout his albums. We saw that this man is changing. He decided to be a better man. He decided to let go all of these Compton stuff and become somebody new. And there is nothing wrong with that. But the problem is that Drake still doing the same thing. It's like somebody who just refuse to grow, to become someone new. He just want to stay the same teenager. He just want to stay the same kid. He don't want to let go that kid. And you can see it. He portray all of these things, all of these feelings all of these way of seeing things. He portrayed everything in his albums. The 3 albums that you see, they are a pure Drake. And I still remember in a song that he made with Rick Ross that I was listening in my car. I was listening to that song. That was like, I think this is in the Take Care album, when he said, I promise to always give you the me, the real me. And this is exactly what he's doing. He showed his real self to the world. And you can criticize it however you want it. But this is Drake, a boy, a baby boy, who just don't want to be a grown-ass man. But the problem with that, you can decide to be a boy, to stay a boy. This is your problem. But you have to understand the world is moving. The world is moving. Nobody's waiting for you. The words keep moving. You can decide to stay stiff, not moving, not growing up, not moving on. But the world is moving. But the problem we have with Drake is that he is a boy and he just want to play with the big boys. In a big boys category. And this is the problem. Because if he stay in his little boy zone, there is no problem. Nobody will care about it. But he just trying to show himself as a grown man, big boy. And this is the problem. This is the problem that everybody had with him. These 3 albums portray a baby boy. Just imagine he put out an album where you find his mother on the cover and him and his father in the back. You put your mother first on a album cover, and the first song that you put on this album is about hoeing. It's about prostitute. And the whole album, it's sexy red and all this stuff. This is crazy. This is crazy. No respect for your mother. No respect. Me, if I had an album, if I was an artist and I have an album and I know that I'm going to put my mother on it, I would try to do everything to not talking about prostitute. Yeah. And the problem is that he's dealing with a lot of women, young women. He said that he's making music for young women in the club and all this stuff. But you have to understand, you're 39. You're about to reach 40. That means this is an age when you have to move on, go into the next one, change everything that has to be changed. But you're still making music for little girls. Little girls. And this is why when Kendrick said that he's a PDF file and he's getting frustrated by it, but you're acting like one because you still making things for little girls. When you were like 20s, in your 20s, I can understand you make music for little girls. But when you're reaching 30 and you're about to be 40, you have to understand life has changed, life change, and you have to change. Move on with your life. Talk about deeper things. Just like you see Jay-Z, he made the 444 album. And you see this is a brand new Jay-Z. Nas, the same thing. Everybody's still doing the same thing. You see the Clips, for example. Everybody that he had beef with, they growing up. They are not making music for, little girls. And these little girls, they mistaken themselves to be grown women, because most of the little girls, he's talking about getting drugs, you know, getting this and that, you know, party and everything. Nah, this is not what you're supposed to show as a grown man, has examples for the future. Now you're about to reach 40, talk about new things, you know? And even these girls, they will see you as a weird person, you know, because you're not a father figure. Because once you reach 40, you're supposed to be a father figure for everybody. Yeah, not even your boy, because you will say, oh, I got a boy, I don't care. But now, even your little boy, he's about to learn things about you. Yeah. And what kind of example you will, give your little boy? To do the same thing? Nah, I don't think this is a good thing to do. So I think this is okay. Drake, all of these 3 albums, they just portray the real Drake, who he is, a baby boy who refused to grow. And we must keep it that way. Keep that memory of Drake intact. Just like that, a baby boy. And that's it. Drake is a baby boy. But the only problem we have is that he is a baby boy and he just pretend to be a big boy and want to play in big boy's cart, playground. This is not going to make it. He's not going to make it. And he refused to accept it. Just like a baby boy. A baby boy doesn't know his limits. He think because his mama tell him you can do everything, he really believe that you can do everything. Now, so many times you have to grow. You have to shed your skins in order to reach certain level. If you refuse to do it, you will stay in the same category, and you should not stay here complaining about people hating you. Now, people don't hate you. You just decided to stay stiff while the world is moving. So stop being a baby boy and move on with your life. Become a grown-ass man. This is the only advice that I have for Drake. Stop being a baby boy. Everybody's growing up all around you. You're the one who just want to stay a little boy. So this is all I have for you, and I hope I can see you in the next episode. Peace.